Good morning from the Devilla Ranch. This place is amazing. So when I got here last night, there were 3 people here, and then I got here, and then Pac-Man came in later. So there's only 5 of us. The owner stopped by. He's an awesome dude. This place is crazy. So there's laundry, there's food that you can cook. It's a whole setup. But the cool thing is, it's literally just off that dirt road, like a little path through the desert, and it's a couple metal buildings. And I'm going to show you around, but I'm going to tell you first. Like when I got here, I mean, you get to go into hiker town mode, start charging stuff, get everything set up. I should have put my tent up last night, but they have some like buildings that are like 3-sided that you can just like cowboy camp in. There was a big one. There was only one guy on one end, and he's like, "Oh, come on, there's room over here." So I slept there. I laid in bed for 8 hours, but I maybe only slept 4.5 or 5. Couldn't wait to get up this morning. Um, so then it came time to cook, and it was starting to get late. And the owner said he saw Pac-Man on the road, and he'll be here soon. He goes, "So he'll be here if you don't mind. If you want to start cooking for him too." I'm like, "Absolutely." So I get 2 big potatoes and an onion. And the owner said, "That's not gonna be enough food." So I made this big skillet of fresh sliced potatoes, cooked those with some onions, and then we put a can of chili beans and 5 eggs in this, all in one pan. And then we had another can of like maple bacon flavored beans, like cold on the side. We ate that whole pan, and it was so good. We both just kept saying, "Oh man." But anyway, there's 2 of the guys left at 6 a.m. It's about quarter after 6 right now because they're going to make it to Pie Town early. They had zeroed here yesterday. I still don't know because I've gotten most of my YouTube work done. It's only 6:15 a.m. Who knows? I may end up leaving. Maybe I'll end up staying. But let me just show you this place before more people start getting here. So this is out back. There's an old cabin there. A nice view. Just a hangout area. There's a place there to charge devices. So we're starting like at the back of it and going to the front. Here's laundry. Let me show you this refrigerator. Look at all those eggs and onions and potatoes. Got my stuff charging there. Sitting there, working. That's my coffee. Okay, there's a nice clean flushing toilet bathroom. And then over here, the shower is very hot. Keep it stocked with soap. Like your sink station there. The road that I came in on is that way through the trees. Here's the cook setup. I haven't made any breakfast yet. I have a pot of water I've been boiling, drinking coffee there. And then a whole array of different kind of beans you can choose and some seasonings. And then that's the building I slept in last night. My stuff's right there. It's a little after 7, and it's pretty cold. I don't know. What do you think it is? Like 40 degrees, upper 30s?
Yeah, gotta be.
Like it's pretty cold. This isn't the heat desert that we were expecting. And you can see the sun is on that mountain, but it hasn't made it to us. And it's only Pac-Man and I here. He just cooked us some coffee. I've already had like 3 cups, but I'm gonna have to get some more. And let me tell you, this Wi-Fi is really good. It's Starlink, and I'm uploading yesterday's video today. So I've gotten like 7 or 8 videos uploaded, 7 since I've been here last night. So I'm feeling really good, being caught up on all my work. We're already talking about, I don't know that we can stay here because, it's a little after 7 in the morning. And looking at the map, we only have like 13.8 to Pie Town. Then after that, that's like a highway walk out of there. And there's like another place, not as nice, but similar to this, like 15 or 16 out of Pie Town. So we may end up just leaving here later today, going to Pie Town. So having 2 short days instead of the 0. But so far, man, this place, it's so handy to have everything you need to do, like all the chores, all in one place and convenient. So it's got a nice view around here too. We'll see what the day holds. Welcome to another episode of Cooking with Chap. So check this out. I told you guys earlier about the dinner we made. So for breakfast, I'm gonna have a potato and eggs, or potato and onion and some eggs.
Yeah, 89. It's a 90 miles.
Okay, so if you look at the actual map,
Yeah.
I think it's
Like this one, lock it out. Put it in there. I like purposely brushed my that down.
all right, headed out of Devilla or Devilla. I'm not sure. We were debating on how to pronounce it because I thought it was Devilla, but somebody said because it was 1 L and not 2, they didn't know if that was changed the sounding. But anyway, whatever it's called, awesome place to stop. It's later than I was hoping when we decided to get out of here this morning because it's, I don't know, almost 10:30 probably. And I'm hoping to make it to Pie Town in 5 hours. And that'll be 30 minutes before the gathering place closes. So the goal will be to be able to pick up my resupply package and maybe even eat a meal there before they close. If they are closed, no big deal. We'll get the box tomorrow, and there's apparently a food truck nearby that stays open late. Not really sure where we're gonna sleep tonight. There's a couple options there. That none of them are like motels or anything. It's like I don't know. I don't really know what the situation is. We'll figure it out when we get there. But again, literally back on the road again. Okay, that's looking south. That's the entrance, just kind of giving you an idea. This is what that place looks like. It's literally just the couple metal buildings back in the trees off this dirt road. It's an amazing little oasis. Okay, I have walked about 5 miles, have 8.8 left to go. There's a couple things to share. One, since I had all this service, I have new news. There is a closure of the CDT a long way ahead of where I'm at, so I'm not too worried about it right now. But it's in Yellowstone with no route around because a grizzly attacked and injured 2 hikers. So I'm sure that'll be resolved by the time we get there. The other bit of information, I was able to check on the Colorado snow, and we had been trending to be like all-time low, and then it's kind of flatlined, and now there's snow in high places that there wasn't a couple weeks ago. So how that impacts me is I'll be going into the San Juans in probably 2 weeks. At the rate I'm going, so I really don't want to have to do the whole ice axe and spikes thing, but I guess I will. I don't know, I have to look more into that in a week or so and make some decisions. There is an opportunity to take an alternate, which is like the Great Divide bicycle route that goes down low and doesn't go up in the high parts. I don't think many people do that though, because the San Juans are supposed to be one of the big highlights of the CDT. I don't know. I guess through hiking the CDT and skipping the San Juans would probably be worse than hiking the PCT and skipping Mount Whitney. I don't know. So I'll have to be doing some deciding on that. The other part of that is that may be motivation to even slow down a little bit for the next couple weeks, but we'll see how that goes. You know, I'm not very good at that. So now going into Pie Town, there's like a legendary historic hostel called the Toaster House, but it's no longer really a hostel. The person who used to own it passed away, and now it's just like the family lets it stay open and hikers take care of it. So I was looking at some new comments on it today, and apparently it's just like a free-for-all, but nobody takes care of it. So people were saying, just like yesterday, like, yeah, there's beds to sleep in, but nobody washes the sheets. So I don't really want to do that. I'm hoping that there's an option to like tent camp or just sleep on the floor somewhere on my air pad. I don't know. We'll figure that out. But that's kind of what we're going to Pie Town. Pie Town, despite it being in the name, isn't really a town that we think of. My understanding is it's just 2 restaurants that both serve pie, and a post office, and maybe a small gas station. I don't think there's really, like, I know there's no motels or any services there. So we'll see what we get when we get there. But we still got a ways more on this road. And a little over halfway through this walk. Things are feeling good today. Feels really good, like to be, I don't know, it kind of feels like I'm in a thru hike now. Going to this next little place, having a couple shorter days, getting to see some people. So that's nice. That big breakfast that I cooked and ate was so good earlier. But then getting out here and walking in the sun, it's kind of bleh. But, you know, whatever. It's not real hot today. It's only about, I think the high was 79. And the sun's pretty intense. But there's enough of a breeze that makes the umbrella more of a nuisance than useful. So yeah, just walking on the road. There's a pretty good view up ahead. Wowza. Just a quick interruption of the regularly scheduled program. Sending a shout out to Cheyenne from Kenneth, and congratulations on your upcoming wedding. I wish you both very well, and have fun on the honeymoon hike. Look at this, we got a pretty view. Very colorful mountain. I'm walking with Pac-Man. He was gaining ground on me. I was slowing down. And then I stopped to take a break. He caught up and took a break with me, and I don't even want to look, but I'm guessing, or at least hoping, that we have less than 2 miles. We made it, Pie Town. And look at that post office. It's like a single white trailer. But we're in a hurry to get to the gathering place before they close. So more to come later. This place is smaller and more quaint than I had imagined. Oh my goodness. I ate so much food. We got there in plenty of time. Got my box. I had way too much food from what I carried in and what was in that box. I put a bunch in the hiker box. I took a bunch. I hope I got what I need for this next stretch. I had eaten a side salad, Philly cheese steak and fries, and a pie, and 2 sodas. And I'm really not even full. But I didn't want to look at any more food. So I also bought a new fuel, so all the chores are done. I knew a bunch of people here when I got there, and I was finishing up my box. Pac-Man's box didn't come. So he just headed down to the Toaster House a few minutes before me. We're gonna go check that place out, see what the situation is. And the lady who owns the gathering place told us that if it's sketchy, because apparently there's some squatters there too, she told us all we could just camp behind the restaurant. So I knew several people that went down there 30 minutes or an hour earlier, and they said if it was sketchy, they'd be back. They never came back, so I guess we're gonna be fine. But either way, we'll find somewhere to sleep. There's a couple options here. So headed through Pie Town now. We gotta go find it. Yeah, there's not much in Python. There are a few old homes. It appears maybe that's a church. I've only seen the one restaurant and that little post office, like a single wide trailer. There's not much here. I think a lot of the houses are like no longer inhabitable. Yeah, I don't know if any of these houses are actually inhabited. I mean, I've never seen a stop sign that's like almost white. Okay, it's the toaster house, and there are toasters all over the entryway. I think things are about to get interesting. Right through here.
They all went, yeah, fuck it. Yeah, but they like were. I knew this going good. Wait, when was this? You had done some awesome people. Had you already done it this year, right? Oh yeah, I knew how to hike. Like no, but like you were like. I felt solid.
This place is actually really awesome. There is like either a guy or a guy and a girl, I'm not sure. They're kind of squatting. They're not hikers. They're not bothering anybody. They're not really even talking to anybody. They're staying in a bedroom, so no big deal. There are 10 hikers here tonight. This has been the first time on trail that feels like it's a trail experience. There was a little bit of music played. One girl was, I have a clip of it. I'll put in here. She was singing and playing. It was really good. We've all just been hanging out on the porch here all evening. It's been a really good night. The CDT is really starting to feel like a trail experience. So I don't know, my heart's full today. My belly was full this afternoon. Gonna have some breakfast in the morning before we leave. We won't get in a big hurry to leave town tomorrow. So that's all I have for today. Thank you all for watching. Have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow.